So I watched 365 movies last year. Let's talk about it. First of all, I'm so sorry for the lightning. I'm so sorry for the noise. I hope you don't hear, but I'm sitting near the heater because it's cold. It's fucking winter, and I'm sorry. I don't really care about the aesthetic and even my shadow, which is pretty annoying, I know, but I hope whoever is seeing this doesn't mind. So, I wanted to talk about everything I watched. Of course, I'm not going to mention every movie I watched because it would be impossible. I decided to do this challenge at the beginning of 2025 because I just wanted to watch more movies to enrich my movie culture and just get to watch old movies, old actors, whatever. I just felt like I hadn't watched enough movie in my life. And letterboxd, of course, was my best friend. I spent so many hours looking at lists, making lists myself, following people, and it's such a nice community. Also on X and TikTok. I just love watching movies, learn stuff about them, talk about them, and I know I didn't do as much as I wanted, like maybe research the movies and the backgrounds, but it would have been impossible. Like, I'm just happy I was able to watch a bit over 365 movies. I must admit that somewhere rewatches because December was a pretty difficult and weird month for me, so I just needed comfort movies to rewatch. So yeah, I watched many movies I've never seen and many directors I didn't know about. I found my favorite movies, some movies that I still think about these days that are like printed in my mind. I go daily, like I find myself thinking about them, and they're special movies. Of course, I'm not going to mention all of them, but I decided to make a list like in categories and movie genres, so I get to mention my favorite ones and talk a bit about them. Of course, my favorite ones, I can say more, and yeah, but I'm not going into movie plots and characters. I'm just going to tell my favorite ones and just rant a bit about them and say whatever comes to my mind. So I hope this can be seen like a podcast where I just share my thoughts. So yeah, and I'm sorry for my hair, I'm sorry for the way I look, but yeah, I don't think I can do better than this right now. Let's start. And definitely my most watched movie genre this year was drama movies. It was hard. I mean, it's hard to divide movies in categories and genres because most movies have more genres. So I'm just gonna place them in the category I think they fit the most. So yeah, definitely my favorite one was drama, and my favorite ones are in this category. So I will start by saying Billy Elliot, which became my favorite movie. Was comforting. When I watched it, I just felt things that made me feel better. I don't know, it's a really strong movie with a really strong plot and messages, and if you haven't watched it, I think you have to. And I must admit, I didn't watch it again because I feel like it's one movie you watch and it just goes straight to your heart and you get attached to it. Then another one of my favorite is $1 Million Baby. Same reason, I was just amazed and I cried a lot. I told my dad to watch it and he cried and he was like, why would you suggest me to watch this movie? But I knew he would like it. Like, also I felt it was an important movie to share with him because of the bond between the characters, which is very paternal and family like. So I really liked that about this movie. And then we have Good Will Hunting, which of course Robin Williams and Leonardo DiCaprio and all the cast, the teams, it's just a really comforting movie and coming of age movie. Yeah. And now we're going to like probably the most tough movies of this category, and these are definitely the movie I would say they traumatized me. And yeah, okay, I'm just going to start to mention them. So the first one is Stand By Me, and few days ago the director got murdered, and it was devastating to hear because I watched other movies of his, and this movie is so important. And like, I'm amazed at how kids can act this way and just conceive so many emotions. And yeah, I just love child actors because they're able to do insane things at their age, and this is like really the demonstration of this thing. We have Manchester. I don't know where the accent goes. Manchester by the Sea, and I think this is like the movie I recommend to everyone because I watched it and I was like holding my breath the whole movie, and it's one of those movies you will never forget. Like the themes, the characters, the actors, like I don't even know, like I have goosebumps if I think about it. And the same goes for Mysterious Skin, which has a traumatic story and characters, and it's one of those movies that like makes your skin crawl and your bones and organs just go shrinking. I don't even know how to describe the feeling I felt watching this movie, like this disgust. But yeah, like oh my god, if I think about it, really makes me feel sick. And yeah, the last one I wrote down is Detachment, which is not as dramatic and traumatic as the ones I just mentioned, but there's Adam Brody, I think, and is amazing. And this movie is like comforting too, like the story isn't comforting, but the messages and just the music, the scenography, everything is really calm. I don't know, it's just really a good movie, and one of those movies that goes to your heart and you just remember it forever. The second one is Mystery, and we have three movies that are one is recent and is Wake Up Dead Man. I'm not going to say it's like one of the best movies I've watched this year, but it was interesting. I love Josh O'Connor. I love this series franchise of movie, and I think it's a funny 2 hours watch if you enjoy mystery movies with detectives and crimes. And another one is Monster. This is a Japanese movie, and one person suggested me it and said that it's like their favorite movie, and it's amazing. It is amazing. You are like holding your breath. It has a deep message, and I feel like it has multiple messages, and every person can interpret those messages in their own way. Okay, and the last movie I put here is Vertigo. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this word. and it is by Alfred Hitchcock, which I'm going to mention here. It was my director of the year because I love how he's able to create stories and settings and sceneries. Like most of his movies, all the settings are inside, in a room, in an apartment, in a set. The story and the characters, they're presented, and I just love how his story tells. I just love and get very intrigued by his movies, and like I'm really interested when I watch his movies. Like it's hard for me not to distract watching movies, but when I watch his movies, I'm just I'm locked in, I'm set, and just watch and enjoy, like actually enjoy. So I want to watch more of his movies because I only watched four, 3 or 4. So yeah, I know there's a lot more, and I will watch more. So my third category was crime, and here's another one of my favorite movies, Blowout, because John Travolta is fucking amazing in this movie. Can I say? Love the plot, loved everything about this movie. Honestly, I'm not going to add more. Then we have another Japanese movie, which is Shoplifters. This family bonds, everything about this movie is good. I don't know if it's like crime, but as the title say, they shoplift. They are a big family, not all blood related, but maybe what I really liked about the movie was the fact that you see family, you see their connection, their relationship, and how they try to survive. In the last movie I put here is Wind River. This movie like shocked me. The story just, it's cruel and raw, and we have Elizabeth Olsen and Jeremy Renner, which are actors I both love, and they were amazing in this movie, like perfect, really. The fourth genre is thriller, which is another one of my favorite. I mean, it was hard to divide thriller because we have different types of thriller, but I put 3 of my faves, which are Donnie Darko. It shouldn't go like with much saying because it is so good, and we have one of my favorite actor, and I watched so many of his movies this year. So yeah, then we have The Butterfly Effect. Like it is not a plot twist whatever movie, but I really enjoyed it. And the same goes to The Sixth Sense, which is one of my favorite movie, and the same goes here. Like the plot isn't anything mind-blowing, and I really enjoy just trying to figure out the movies. But I don't know if it was because I was a little bit distracted when I started watching this movie, because like the hand is at the beginning type of movie, and yeah, but it kind of shocked me. I was like, oh my god. And yeah, so it's one of my favorite. And the last one is Dog Day Afternoon. I think this film goes without saying, like it is so good, and I get why it is many actors favorite movie. Like everyone kept mentioning it in their 4 favorites from letterboxd, and I was like, oh my god, I have to watch it. And it is good. It is good. It is so entertaining and so everything. Also we have trans and queer and gay representation, so we love it. And for the 5th genre we have horror movies, and I watched so many because in October I decided to watch like one horror movie every day, and I reviewed it on TikTok, like making one video every day. It was a challenge, but I love making videos and editing them, and it gave me a routine, so I was happy to do it. and it was hard to pick only a few. And the first one, which is not really like mainly horror category, but it was Jaws, like the first one. And I will not say much. I loved everything about the movie. I loved the special effects, like the scene where the shark eats, like just goes over the boats and eats the man. That's like cinema to me. Like, ask me to tell some cinema scenes and I just will mention that. Then we have Sinners, which came out this year, so I could not mention it. Freaking amazing. Michael Jordan is amazing. I love his acting and I'm happy he got to act in this important movie and everything was perfect. And then we have Frankenstein, which I became obsessed with it. I watched the documentary about it. I love Guillermo del Toro. I love Oscar Isaac. I love Jack Belordi. I love Mia Goth. They were the perfect casting for this movie. And I'm obsessed with the costumes, the scenography, the colors, the music, everything. I love gothic stuff. I love it. And my favorite horror old movie was A Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know if there are sequels of this movie, but I only watched the first one. It was amazing. It was perfectly like horror, scary, spooky, perfect acting, screams, characters, everything. I loved it, and it's my favorite for sure. The sixth category is fantasy, and I'm just gonna look in because we have my new hyperfixation, which is Avatar. Okay, so 2009. I was 7 years old and I watched the first one. 13 years went by. The second comes out, and I was like, I am going to watch the first one, and then so I can enjoy the second one. Never did. So arrives 2025, the third one comes out. I have FOMO. I have so much FOMO for this movie. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna watch the first one. I was like, where the fuck was I for 16 years? Why did I not rewatch this movie in 16 years? I'm obsessed. The day after I watched the second one, cried a lot because every time there's the Tolkans, okay, I fucking cry because whales are my favorite animal and they remind me of whales. I think I'm going to get it tattooed, like, yeah. And so the day after watching the second one, I went to the cinema with my dad and we watched it, not in 3D because I was scared of feeling sick. But I never regret it and I want to watch it. Also, I want to watch it in English because I watched it in Italian at the cinema. And it is my favorite one for sure. Because like my ranking is the third movie, second movie, and first movie. I love all of them. Obsessed with the characters, the story, and everything. And I'm really hoping they make the fourth and fifth film. I'll wait 10 years. So yeah, like I want everything about our team. Like I want to learn the language. I want to learn everything about the creatures and the forest and the ocean, like and the tribes and everything. I just want to learn everything about them. So yeah, also the actors. I have nothing to say. The other movie I'm going to mention is Fantastic Four because I love Marvel. I love Pedro Pascal. I love the actors. They were good. It was funny. I love the plot. It was perfectly paced. It was perfect. I have nothing to say. Marvel is so fucking back, and I'm so excited for next year, which is tomorrow, for Doomsday and other movies that are coming out. I'm really excited for Doomsday and Spider-Man, of course. Can't wait. Fucking can't wait. Seventh category, we have sci-fi movies, and I could not put the first Alien. Watched it, obsessed with it, everything. I must admit I did not watch the second one, but I'm excited to watch it. And yeah, I think it was like, um how do I say it, uh, a generational movie, and I feel like it opens so many doors for this type of movies. Love the plot, the characters, everything. The special effects are so good. And on the same base, we have The Thing, which is another one of my favorite. I love the story, love the scenography, the characters, the creatures, the effects. Like, it's so mind blowing. Eighth category, we have comedy, and I must say, I watch so many good comedy movies. They are not my favorite genre. It's are because I have a particular sense of humor. So, but I must say I watched lots of good ones, and one of my favorite was The Roses with Benedict Cumberbatch and the other actress with I don't remember the name, so I'll put it somewhere. And it was so good, so funny, so entertaining from the beginning to end. Amazing, really so amusing. Like, I laughed, and it's hard. Okay, I have to say a controversial thing. I don't know. I love Dakota Johnson. I love her movies. I love her acting, and I watched so many. Like, probably most of her movies I watched this year. So I'm going to mention Cha Cha Aria Smooth and Splitsville. They were funny. I love her. I love the character. Amusing. Generally laughed. Yeah, and the same goes to For Friendship. So funny. Like, this is fun for me. So this is like the exact type of humor I enjoy. So I'm really happy I found good movies, good comedy movies I can recommend to anyone, to everyone. Ninth category is romance, and I watched the Before Sunrise franchise. So good. I love good romance. Like, if someone asks me, can you tell me some romance movies, the trilogy will be there. Then I watched Roman Holiday, which is a classic, and I really feel like it's one of the best romance movies I've ever watched. Yeah, like, you sit there and you just smile and cry and laugh at their story and what they do. And also Rome. I live in Italy. I love Rome. Like, Rome is one of my favorite cities in the whole world. I want to live in Rome someday. And so yeah, it's even more special for that. And the last one is 10 Things I Hate About You, which is really a classic, but really good and actually comforting. And yeah, but every time I watch it, it reminds me of him, and he's not here anymore. So yeah. 10th category was animated movies. I watched some, not many, because I feel like I watched most of the best ones. So I'm going to say Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which I had not yet seen. It is amazing. The music, the drawings, VFX of these movies, the animations, they're mind blowing. Like, mind shitting blowing to me. So 11th category, we have adventure, and I love the Jurassic World franchise, but I had never seen a Jurassic Park movie, and I watched the first one, so I could not mention it because I love dinosaurs. And yeah, it's a good classic, and I could not go without mentioning the live action of How to Train Your Dragon, which is one of my favorite animated movie. I really liked how they made this movie, the characters, actors, amazing. I can't wait to watch the next one. The story is amazing. The animation for Toothless, yeah, I'm so excited for the second one for this reason. 12th category we have action movies, and it is definitely not my favorite genre, but I will mention Inception because it is Inception and I loved it, and also Kill Bill because it is a classic. And yeah, I mean, I enjoy watching it, but I still haven't watched the second one because, like, yeah, I'm gonna say it is a good movie, but not my thing. Then we have 13 category musical. I hate musicals, so there won't be a real musical, but I could not go without mentioning Sound of Metal and Whiplash, that the characters both are based on drummers, but Sound of Metal is more dramatic, with a deeper meaning. Loved it, gut wrenching, cried a lot. Whiplash is more enjoyable, more fun to watch, and amazing performance. So yeah. Also, last category is not a category, but it is my comfort movies. Like, what became my comfort movies? And we have School of Rock. Do I need to add more? I can just love the movie. Then we have The Holdovers, which is like cozy winter comforting. Like, I should have rewatched it in December because it is the perfect movie for festive season, Christmas season. So warm and cozy. Then we have Birdcage with Robin Williams. So funny, everything. I loved it. It is fun. It is really just comforting and enjoyable. And Pride because I watched it, I think in June, or I don't remember, or in July, but I was in a really weird period where I needed to see some representation, and it gave me so much hope and joy, like queer joy. And yeah, I think it is a movie that everyone has to watch. And yeah, really amazing, and I really needed to watch that. So these were all the categories I made and movies I watched. I mentioned that Alfred Hitchcock was the director of the year, but I'm going to mention some actors I enjoyed their performance. Of course, I'm not going to mention my favorite actors like Emma Stone or Jennifer Lawrence or Ralph Fiennes, because it is not needed like to mention them, but I will mention some actors I found and watched multiple movies of them. And for actors, we have Ethan Hawke. I watched many of his movies and I really love his acting. And Robin Williams, as I already mentioned, it is a really, like, his characters are always really comforting and unforgettable, so I could not mention him. And for actresses, we have Susan Sarandon, which is like my favorite person in the whole world. She's so funny, she's so charming and everything. I love her. I love her. I don't know what to say. And Julianne Moore, which probably gave the best, my favorites, like some of my favorite dramatic performances of movies I've watched. Like, she's that good. Like, she's amazing. I don't know what to say. She really just, I can't forget her. I can't forget her characters and the way she acts. So this is everything I think I wanted to talk about in this movie, and I'm sorry if my English isn't good and I kept repeating the same words over and over, but I wanted to make this video to close the year, and I don't think I'll be able to redo this challenge in the next years, but I just realized that I really enjoy watching movies and learning about them, and just, it makes me happy. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good for myself and my knowledge. And so for sure I'll try to watch as much as movie as possible, but I want to go back also to watch TV series, which are my favorite thing, but it is hard to find good TV series. I have some written down that I want to watch. One is Twin Peaks, because yeah, it's crazy that I still haven't watched it. But yeah, I feel very happy that I was able to do it. It meant watching a movie every day. Sometimes I watch multiple every day, but some days it was nice and helped me keeping a routine and helped me distract from stuff. Some days it was like, oh, I really don't want to watch a movie today, but then I did and was happy that I did. So yeah, I love movies. I wish I could actually study them, but there's not really a school to do it, which is not private here in my country. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and type of podcast, and yeah, goodbye.